Can I take you seriously?
Okay. I'm not 100% ready to hold myself.
Oh my days.
Ella, please. Find your self-respect.
That's such a lot of space. It's actually stressing me out.
Really?
Making moves.
Wow! I said Molly wasn't even there. And Molly said you'll come back for me. And look what you're doing.
Baby girl, please.
Not
He couldn't
everywhere.
even give you 2 days.
Love a man, that's not for everyone.
Ah!
I'm sorry. This is the Whitney energy we need. Mehdi is taking his energy away from her.
You're literally, honestly draining all my energy.
Wow.
You're out there kissing all the girl. You have energy, hun.
Yes,
Period.
yes.
Period.
Yes, big boy.
Oh my god, really don't even make sense.
And
Wow. Where are you going?
She's expressing to you how she feels, babe.
Where are you going?
That's literally how she feels.
No, I'm not gonna waste my time and having my energy
Wow.
taken from you. You've
Wow.
done enough. It's either you come with like, you know, compose yourself.
I am composed.
She's literally telling you how she feels.
So if you have something to say it. If you don't,
Alright.
But that's what she was doing. She's literally telling you were kissing all the girls and she feels away.
Angela Bassett to receive an honorary Oscar.
Was it?
You've had how many times to give my girl an Oscar? They didn't stop taking this. I'm so sick of these people.
How can I take you seriously?
Please,
Please
that's
answer
why I
that.
said I
How can
can't
I
do
take you
this.
seriously?
How can you not gauge like emotional awareness when it comes to somebody you're coupled up with?
Boom.
Because everyone will challenge.
That's a challenge.
No, because
You
everyone.
don't want to dress it.
Wow.
Waste my time with like.
Alright, Mehdi.
Walk away.
I'm
Yes.
telling you that her and your answer is don't waste my time. You don't like her. You wouldn't do this to a girl you like.
Do you know
I
what?
step out and it's 12 days, and I'm like,
It's
I
been
like you
12
more than
days.
anyone else.
Yeah.
Is there
Please.
It's been like
any point
So
in
how
you
much
staying
year been in
together?
for?
I was like, no, there isn't.
3 years, John.
Literally.
I'm obviously happy with Scott right now. We have
You're looking good.
in the right direction.
I need 2 fine men to come in today. I'm very tired. I just need Catherine and Whitney to, even Ella. I want all these girls to know there's options.
Dead. I'm dead. Woo! I have to stop saying I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm alive. Because the way we keep saying stuff like this is really not good, guys. I rebuke it. I'm alive. Anyways, guys, Mehdi and Whitney.
How they went down so quickly. Like a few
Since
weeks ago,
they were never up.
But I feel like
They
at the
were
beginning
never
we were rooting for them, like regardless of whether they were friends or whatever their situation, we were like here for them. But Mehdi's just been showing his ass the last few weeks or however long.
Hey guys, it's Marab Marab. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button. It is daily and consistent content injected. Click that button, guys, and subscribe. And let's get straight into this mess of an episode. I mean, it was good. It had some boring moments, but I feel like at this point, if we have a filler episode, I'm not mad.
Exactly.
Because it's been given.
It's been given. We're grateful.
Right, and even today was, you know, eventful, but I want to get straight into the Mehdi and Whitney stuff. That's the only really main topic that I feel like we want to break down and get into. But I just feel like Whitney needs to run for the hills and not look back.
Release yourself, girl. Free yourself. In the words of Fantasia, like it's too much.
But go where at this point?
I feel like there's nowhere they can go, but I feel like there has to just be a mutual understanding that at this stage we're going to protect each other, but we're not fighting to make something work.
Because the conversation with Montel was forced. It just was not there. I feel like Montel's not into her, and I feel like, you know,
the ship's sailed for that, to be trying anything with someone who's been there for like a week and you haven't spoken to them.
Right, exactly. And I just don't know that if she has anybody else in the villa right now.
I mean, I want her and Zach, but it's not going to happen. After the dance, I was like, I feel their energies would generally match and they wouldn't be trying to be something else. I feel like Zach is trying to be more mellow for Katie. Whitney's trying to be more mellow for Mehdi, and their vibe would naturally go, but I don't think they're seeing it for each other.
I see them as friends.
Yeah.
Just as friend
I don't
vibes.
think I think
both from London.
Yeah.
That's just what I see as.
Yeah, I like Zach, but I think Zach is very focused on winning, and there's the Mollys, the Kadies, he thinks those kind of girls are going to get him to win, not the Catherines and Whitneys. That's the vibe I get from Zach.
Period. That's what I get as well.
I find it very random, the girls he's going for, that doesn't feel like matches his energy, but...
It just is, yeah, it's very odd. I don't understand how Mehdi can't see how it's disrespectful, and he keeps saying to her, you know, don't come with me with this attitude if you're not going to address it. And then when she wants to have a conversation, he gets up and he walks away.
Yeah, and he's a hypocrite because he constantly shows attitudes to her. He started the attitude thing. Literally, he started that off like the first time that I found it so funny. He was like, you go around talking about me to everyone. When he first started it, when he misread Whitney was doing something to Jess, he was the one going around to all the boys and stuff saying, I don't like Whitney doing all this. So it's like, he does things, but he doesn't like when it's done to him. And you know he would have been fuming if he would have been like, it's disrespectful if Whitney kissed 4 boys. So I just don't.
He would have been doing the absolute best.
Oh, we wouldn't have heard the end of it. He'd be like, that's not the kind of girl I associate with. This is not the kind of woman I envision myself with. It's like... It's just tough to watch. I feel like he literally has a lot of disdain for Whitney now. And he's tolerating her. And I think he's annoyed that no other girl's giving him attention, and he's taking it out on Whitney, and I don't like seeing it anymore. I hate how he, and she literally worded it perfectly, like, you're nice, you clearly show you have emotional intelligence, you care about the other people, but you're mean to me. He is giving mean.
I'm glad that she really stood up for herself in this episode, especially after the challenge. She was like throwing a bit of shade here and there, which I feel like was deserved. But especially her sentence where she was like, Mehdi, you don't gauge any emotional awareness for me, the partner that you're with. And that is the most emotional awareness that you should have for somebody, which in my opinion feels like, I feel like he finds her attractive because, you know, she's a good looking girl, but I don't think that he's into her in that way. And I feel like he is the one who's been disrespectful, and he can't see it continuously. He keeps walking up and, you know, walking away. You kiss all these girls. He keeps saying it's a challenge, it's a challenge, it's a challenge, but it's not a kissing challenge. So I get Whitney's point. This is a dancing challenge. Kissing is not a necessity.
Agreed.
It's not where you have to do that to find a secret or something, or never have it ever, and you're doing and none of that. So
I think he knew that was his only chance to kiss all these girls, and that's what he wanted to do. Because the way I can't get over what was happening. The way there was just no consent, and he wasn't reading the signs. It was just like, what are we doing? Chill. Like, I think he got excited in that moment. And you're right. I feel like if he really liked her, he wouldn't. There's no way Mehdi would treat a girl he really liked the way he treats Whitney.
Right. I don't think he would treat Leah like that either. At
all. He knows Whitney's not going anywhere or got any other options. He keeps on doing this to her, and I just feel like she has to put those boundaries in and be like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta end this shit, Whitney, man, because it's just not good for you. It's not gonna work on the outside. The communication's not there because he doesn't want to communicate effectively. And then he projects, he deflects, and I feel like there is some gaslighting going on here as well. Constantly. Where, you know, Whitney can question herself, am I being disrespectful? But no, you're not. It's him. He keeps walking away. He disrespects you. He doesn't want to have the communication to resolve it, then gets upset at her if she goes and confides in her friends and talks about it. What is she meant to do? Be there on her own and sulk?
And he does that with the boys all the time. So I don't get why she can't. And I just hate that the house is now looking at it like she's into him more. I just hate that for her. But it's like, Winnie likes Mehdi more than Mehdi likes Winnie. And it's like, I feel like he's made her, do you know what I mean? Like, he created this illusion of the kind of guy she thought she was supposed to be with. So I feel like he's kind of tricked her into liking him or thinking I should try something different. And now she's been forced into a situation that's not really for her. And now everyone thinks she's begging for this guy. I think in her heart of hearts, even she knows they're not meant to be, but she's just telling herself it should work. So Whitney, no, free yourself, girl. It's not worth it. Don't be listening to all of them, because I feel like people like Ella especially are not giving her good advice, because Ella's in her situation with Tyreek. It's like, keep on talking to him, get him to understand you. No, somebody needs to be like, Whitney, it's actually okay. Step back.
It's really okay, babes, because like Ella herself is gonna like, what are you doing, babes? This guy said 24 hours before, I missed the game, I missed going with other girls and etc. Right after Molly Marsh got dumped, which could have been Ella, should have brought you to the closer. And now suddenly today on a date he's saying I'm now closed off, and she's smiling, but the day before you were crying. It doesn't make any sense.
I keep on trying to root for my toxic favorites, because I like them both, but this is toxicity that we cannot. And what's annoying me is that Ella, it's literally like Tyreek talks to her like he's beefing her. It's like, what do you want from me? I'm trying to Tyreek wants to be free, but she keeps on, and I feel like that's what I'm finding hard with a lot of the girls this year. I feel like there's no like, I'm not saying give a shit, but at least like play the game a bit with them, or don't always dive in so quickly. Like literally on the date, you could have literally been like, okay, I need time to decide what I want. But Ella's always so quick to jump back. When Tyreek decides he wants something, okay, let's do this. There's never any, even I feel like with Catherine and Scott as well, I feel like they let the boys lead too much. And they're not like in control of anything. When they decide they want it, so Scott's now come to tell, did you see how Scott basically said to her? Scott was basically like, say, I've been in the house for 12 days. What Scott basically said was, I've been here for 12 days. There's no other options, so let's do this tin. And Catherine was like, I'm so happy. I feel like nobody is reading that, like,
Catherine, I'll let it slide because she's young.
No, yeah. And also,
she's 22.
Catherine's options, at least Scott is not moving disrespectfully with her like Tyreek. So I get why you feel like, let me make this work. But I feel like nobody's really listening to what these guys are saying. And no one is, and I get it because there's no other options. But I just want the girls to take some more of the honest, like, I also have authority in what we're doing here.
Right.
I just want Catherine to be like, okay, yeah, I'll let you know how I feel, but I like how it's going. But I feel like it's always the guys lead, this is what I want to do, and then the girls follow like, okay. And it's just, I feel like that's what I'm struggling. I'm like, nah, I need some of them to just be like, I want to run how we're doing this, but...
Right, I feel like none of the girls have any of the power in their relationships. No. The guys can do whatever they want and they're left there and the guys can just return to them immediately. I know some of the people even saying yesterday, oh, you know, let's move on from the Catherine and Scott questions. They're all going to be fine together. Let them do what they want to do. I agree with that. But as a viewer, I'm sus with Scott. Because the fact that he went to Leah and then ran up to Catherine is weird to me. Why would you do that? I don't understand that move now. It's a bit odd. So had Leah tapped into that and entertained it,
that's what
what would be the conversation? You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to see Catherine as a second option.
That's how I'm feeling too.
I feel like we just need two guys to come in for Whitney and Catherine and take them and treat them how they deserve to be treated.
And actively pursue, like, you are my number one. This is what I want to, like,
listen, child, as a girl of colour on this show, it is hard. Because for Zach to say that he put all the three girls of colour, Ruchi, Catherine and Whitney as a top three, but then you swerve to Molly, and then as soon as Molly gets dumped, you're acting as if like you really like Katie, rehearsing the same lines. It's giving like it's the 10th season now, so these contestants are coming in with even more of a game plan, which makes it even more annoying. And I just don't know what's going on. That's why I'm glad that Katie didn't kiss him, because Katie knows this game. So she's like, you know what, relax. I like you, going in the right direction, but I want to talk to everybody else and see what's going on. But it's a bit too much. I'm glad that she didn't go in with that. She knows what he's doing.
Exactly. It was too easy for Zach to bag a Molly. I think as soon as he realised there was a slight interest, I really think Zach thought Molly was going to take me to this final, so he just pursued Molly Black, because I never really got where their like relationship came from. I never got they looked cute together, but I didn't get anything. It felt very forced. So I just feel like, it just feels like Zach is moving where he thinks it's going to take him. And I'm glad, like you said, that Katie's a bit like, nah, chill. And I think Katie is still looking like, if there's a window for Tyreek, or I don't think she cares about Scott. I think she's still got her eye on what's happening there, and she'll lean into that.
I just don't know about Zach, because I just feel like whichever girl, after what he did to Catherine, because when he was like, I'm not going to say sorry, whatever, I just feel like with whoever he's with, I'm not interested. I don't know what it is. I thought it was a Molly thing. Maybe it's a Zach thing. I don't know. Like, I'm not interested in Zach and Katie. Like, I don't care what their relationship is. Their journey
I would care more. But when we were watching that scene, it felt very awkward. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I've grown to... I don't even know if likes the word. I'm better with Zach than when I was, because the first weeks I didn't give a damn. I was like, get the guy out. Now, but yeah, I just feel like nothing feels natural then. I hate to say, other than when I feel like he's more natural when he's with the Whitneys and those but I feel like these other relationships, his personality feels forced. When he's with, unless he's with the guys or people like Whitney, when he's having these conversations with the Kadies and other girls, it just feels stagnant. Like, I don't care what's happening.
I don't care about Sammy and Mel either and what they're going through, and then the Jess
He's
triangle.
laughing hyenas.
You know
I don't know why.
I'm
sorry, I don't know what it is. And look, I'm an awkward girl who screeches and laughs, but I just find Mal, I just feel like she feels awkward on...
I just see her Made in Chelsea.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. In this environment, she just feels awkward.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't know what to do with herself. She's like, well, I'm with Sam, so let me just do this. Like, everything feels like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
And even Montel and Leah, like, again, I'm not interested. I don't know what it is. I don't care about Montel and Leah.
I don't care about any of the...
But I'm happy that Leah's got somebody, because she's also been struggling. She's been exhausted, child.
Yeah, Leah's been that second option.
Leah's been that
test for about 2 weeks straight.
It's too much for her. So at least she's happy with somebody. She's
just for a period of time.
And whatever. But I just feel like, back to Mehdi, it is just wildly disrespectful. I also feel like his apology to her is too late. Because you've come now with an apology on your third discussion. You spoke about it once, spoke about it again twice, and then, you know, the third time you now want to apologise properly.
It's always passive-aggressive as apologies. It's always
it's very
okay, I guess you found it disrespectful, so if you find it, but, you know, that was my 10, it's a challenge. It's just like, Mehdi, because you know you wouldn't like this apology to you, so what do you want from this girl? Like... Do
you know what I'm saying?
Leave her be.
And a lot of people are questioning his sexuality. I just don't think that's... I feel like everyone's going to have that conversation anyways when we see, you know, feminine or metrosexual kind of men on these shows and whatever. But I just don't think it's a good thing to do, because it can put up that harmful narrative. Because I'm also thinking, when he comes at the villa and sees everyone talking about it, how is he going to feel about that? it's going to be a bit, you know, X, Y, Z. I honestly don't even think that he does sway that way. I feel like he
I know people make jokes, but I think a lot of things are lost in translation culturally. I think this season, more than anything, is a very alpha toxic season, like with the Tyreeks, the Zachariah, Sam. So I think in contrast, because he's French and he's more kind of, I don't even know if love is, I think it just
Frenchmen are different, child.
Yeah.
They're very different to London boys.
So I think in other seasons, even maybe if he was with Davide and other people, it wouldn't look, but I think because this season are so,
London.
you see how toxic and like, London centric
you got Zach, Tyreek, Whitney, you got the London people in there.
Very different, and I think that's what's making people think, but he's just, to me, all I see is a French guy. I don't see someone who's necessarily, I haven't questioned his sexuality. I believe he loves women, older women. Like, I believe he's probably been with a lot of women. I
do think two things can coexist. I do think that it's wrong to really go in and whatever about sexuality and whatever. But I also think that sometimes he does like to perpetuate microaggressions towards Whitney.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like that also exists as well. I feel like both at the same time. I feel like him so quickly assuming that she may just cry when she didn't even speak in that conversation.
We know I've been off him since then.
It still lingers.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I liked it when they kind of backed each other up. When, you know, Whitney, when they had that random least compatible vote came, and then Mel and Montel came in. I like that moment between them two, but also he multiple times thinks that she's being disrespectful continuously. It is, and then he has the audacity to say that she's draining. It is very weird. It is very weird. I don't like it. After today, I don't want these. I'm off these two.
I just
110%.
same, because I just feel like in the long run, I feel like he's taken a piece away from her each time. I feel like she's trying to be smaller and be different to be with him, and it's like, that's your free, natural, fun personality. You should be yourself. And same, I've been off him since that, like, microaggression situation.
It wasn't even just that. It was also another one when he was flirting with Leah, and he said, "Oh, you know, you speak well."
That's what I was saying. So I feel like he says this. Everything he was saying to Leah, it felt like it was a microaggression against. It felt like he was saying, "You're very intelligent, sophisticated." It's like he's subconsciously saying these are things he doesn't see in Whitney. And I remember when they had that compatibility game as well, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm way smarter than Whitney." I think I
don't remember that, but that's
because they were like, they had to all say who's the smarter one out of the two, and they both agreed it was Mehdi. But Mehdi was probably like, "Yeah, I'm a lot smarter," and she was like, "Okay, calm down. I wouldn't say like a lot smarter." So there's something in me that thinks he has a vision of the kind of girl he wants to be with, and I don't think he thinks Whitney's that. That's why I feel like there might be some of that, a bit anti-blackness, that he might think, I need this sophisticated, intelligent girl.
And these microaggressions are in a lot of cultures.
Yeah, it's not always even an intentional thing that you might be even innately aware of. But
irrespective of whether you're aware of it or not, it needs to be uprooted out and spoken about and conversed about. So it's brought up from the subconscious into your consciousness, because why are you speaking like this about Whitney? And had it been the other way around and you had been with Leah first, you wouldn't be having these kind of comments that, you know, we're kind of picking up on, because we're aware of this stuff and it's brought up to our conscious. So I think that just because he's French, or, you know, he's from North Africa, you know, Arab or whatever, it doesn't, there are still a lot of microaggressions there.
Yeah, and he needs to be aware of how he's making her feel.
Absolutely.
He wants her to be aware. He wanted her to be clearly aware when they were doing the coupling up, that her laughing was disrespectful. It's like he always wants to be very clear about his feelings. But if she insinuates anything, it's draining.
It's an ego thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's a huge, I feel like there's a huge ego there. He doesn't like to be disrespected. He doesn't like to have his partner talking about him when he can do X, Y, Z as well. And then, of course, you know, when she wants to bring up something about, whenever she feels hurt and she wants to convey it, he immediately is like, you got an attitude, I don't want you to come at me like this, you're not allowed to complain, you've got to be grateful and etc. You've got to shut up and whatever. It's not like, there's no comprehension, there's no communication, there's nothing there. And I just feel like he's the one who's been disrespectful from day dot. And I feel like Whitney, she can't do a Mora in terms of, you know, really dragging. Mora used to drag. Remember when Tom did something small?
Or something.
It wasn't even the one where he said, you know, we'll see if I can bed her a night or whatever. It was the second time. What did he do again? He did something.
I can't remember. I just remember
he was talking to one of the girls or boys, whatever. Mora just in broad daylight, as in she woke everybody up by screaming and dragged this man left, right, center. I feel like Whitney can't do that for obvious reasons.
I think Whitney and Catherine are always aware of those kind of things.
And I feel like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like from today's episode, I'm fully over Whitney and Mehdi ever come back together again. I do not want to see it, and I feel like we need somebody to come in for her. And I'm not mad at them trying to figure something out for now, only because I'm waiting for Cass and Moore. Do whatever you can so that both of you can stay for Cass and Moore. That's it. I'm
literally happy, exactly, for both of them to say what was literally said, that okay, we're open, we see other people, but you know, we also are going to have each other's back as friends. So if we need to keep each other to get to the next stage, we'll do that. But for now, just don't be forcing a relationship, because I just hate how I feel like it's making her feel. And even in the long run, Mehdi, who I don't really care about, it's probably not making him feel good too. I think a lot of the microaggressions and feelings that he's taken out on her is because he's struggling with the fact that he's not getting attention from any of the girls. I think he probably thought he was going to be like a Davide or something.
He's got zero attention.
At all. No girl has literally actively even pursued him in any way. Literally just him going for Leah. He's been out here just chilling. So I think he's really struggling with that.
Mitch as well. Mitch has been chilling.
Mitch is just
Mitch really, as in, I think he signed a separate application to just be the friend of people. I think that's what he signed up for, because
at least Mitch, even though it's too much, at least is actively trying to force something. It's too much though, it's scary. But at least, although I've become, I don't want to say I've warmed to Mitch, I can tolerate Mitch. Before I was like, the red flags were too much for me, but I can have you as a friend in the background for jokes.
But that's why once we see him again with a girl, those red flags will reappear.
For sure. Oh, sure. He will be really guilting you. He'll be reminding you. If Jess looks at another guy, that's when you'll see it. If another guy comes in that Jess likes, that's when he'll be like, remember, I was here for you, I stuck by you.
But Jess loves Sammy now. And Jess and Sammy, since Sammy's family were like, Muslims got to go back. One-way ticket to Islam is what I need to be. So it's just like, since then, I'm just like, Sammy and Jess, do your thing over there. I'm just not. I don't know what it is like with these couples.
I mean, at one point I got Jess, and even though they both annoy me, I got them. But now I just, there's not much I just don't care about.
There's not one strong couple in the villa.
No, I'm here for Whitney. Whitney's who I want to see win. I don't care who with. It's Whitney for me. But other than that, Whitney and Catherine couple up and win.
Do you understand?
That's what I'm doing.
It's Whitney for me.
I don't care.
It's
Whitney's where it is, man. Yeah. I'm with Whit. That is how it is. I'm with Whit. Other than that, I don't care.
Right.
Even though when this voting thing happened, I voted for Whitney, and I was looking through the guys like, who do I want to see? Who did I do? Maybe I did Zachariah or Tariq. I can't even remember. I just know I voted for Whitney.
It's trash.
It's Whitney Island.
Let me know your thoughts on when it comes to this, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button. I didn't even introduce you.
Oh, I've been hitting up that child.
Oh yeah, and it's yellow child. Looking like the sun.
Summer vibes out here.
Abigail, obviously. Let me introduce you at the end of the. We were so ready to break this Mehdi Whitney nonsense down, but of course Abigail's here. Follow her on Insta in the bio below. I'm sure you guys know her by now at this point. She's been here, recurring for Love Island. Let us know your thoughts on when it comes to this, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button. It is daily and consistent content. No tomorrow night, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens with this week of Love Island. And I just want Casimir to hurry up now. I think it's this weekend.
It's this weekend, okay.
I hope so,
they've given us a good amount, because before when it was really dry, you're just like dying for Casimir. I love how we've had a lot, but I think this is the right time to switch some things up.
I think we've had a lot with this season. I think it has been. I think it's been going as a fantastic season. I just wish that a lot more people were watching it. Yeah. Are your friends watching it?
Literally one.
Dead.
There's one person I'm speaking to about it.
Yeah, there's not many of my friends watching it.
I'm trying to get other people, and people are just like, nah. I see the memes. It looks entertaining. I'll watch the clips, but I'm not sitting down every night to do this.
Yeah, people are like, we tapped out. To be honest with you, if I wasn't reviewing the show, I don't think I'd be watching it either. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Probably not regularly enough, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I would not be watching it either. Yeah. Because it's a really big commitment every day for 2 months. Especially with this summer, I want to be out. Like I was in Paris. Yeah. I'm trying to fly again later this week. Like I just want to keep flying out every single week. So
the sun is proper shining.
You know what I'm saying? It's proper shining. Like you just want to be out, child. So yeah. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Click that button, and we'll catch you guys soon for another review.